All right, folks, we are back with another episode of Let's Talk Trades with Jonte, and I am your host, Jonte Hawkins. This episode, I had the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Garreth Douglas. He is the executive director and lead instructor for the Trades Tech organization. Trades Tech is an organization in Charlotte, North Carolina. They teach multiple disciplines in construction. They teach drywall, painting, tile work, carpentry, and again, it's a gamut. And I had the opportunity to sit down for a brief interview with him. I've known him for quite some time, and without further ado, let's dive right into the interview. We are back, people, with another episode of Let's Talk Trades. I am your host, John Tay Hawkins, and today we have Mr. Garreth Douglas from Trades Tech. Mr. Douglas, thank you for your time. Could you give a little background and the name of your trade school?
Sure, sure. Well, first of all, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity to share my passion, which is teaching the trades to youth, adults, also to adjudicated men and ladies coming out of prison, and also now we're trying to reach out to veterans that also veterans who are disabled. So we're certified disability agency to teach people with disabilities. And just to note, if anybody, those that are listening, I just got exposed to what a disability is. I had that everybody, when you say disability, you think of somebody hurt, missing a hand or arm, or, visual impairments. I learned that asthma is a disability. High blood pressure, sugar is a disability. So HDAD when you're in school, schools, kids that are diagnosed with those, that falls under the umbrella of a disability. So that makes my reach a little bit further with bringing students into my program.
Perfect.
So who am I? My name is Garreth Douglas. I am the owner, executive director, and lead trainer of Trades Tech. Trades Tech is a vocational, I don't want to say school because we're not certified to be a school, but a program that teaches, again, youth and adults the trades. The specific trades that we deal with are drywall, painting, flooring, and carpentry. We do have a part-time plumber that comes on the weekends when he can. So I don't advertise plumbing, but once he sees the value in what I do, because I just kind of forged a relationship with him. Once he sees the value that what I do, I know he's more than willing to come and actually teach the trade full time.
Perfect. Perfect. So how are your classes? How do you run your classes? How long is the each course?
Sure. The classes are 4 weeks. That's the shortest one. And after the 4 weeks, you receive a certificate of completion from Trades Tech verifying that you successfully went through the program. And then the 6 to 8 week course is certification in the NCCR curriculum. And the days that I teach are Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I don't want to keep somebody there for 5 days a week, for 9 hours a day. That is monotonous, and a lot of times people in our field they want to go to work and go to work quickly. So I hold them for a very short period of time because they may have to work and other circumstances surrounding them getting to and from training. I don't want to tax them on that. So we make it as short as possible. And this trade, once you are a teacher, a skilled teacher, such as myself, I can determine very quickly if a person really has what it takes to complete. So it doesn't take 16 weeks and 18 weeks to learn if a person can really get it.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. So, the we know each other from our teaching in public school, the public school system. And
Yes, sir.
you were talking about NCCER. They're a accreditation organization. They have their own curriculums, they have their own certifications, and NCCER is nationally known for a lot of their certifications. And
Hmm.
that's definitely a bonus when you're getting that certification and going out into the field because it is
Right.
recognized.
And international.
Yeah, yeah,
International.
international.
Yeah.
So how were you, first introduced to the trades?
Funny story. Funny stories. Okay. It started back in Maryland. I was about 20, I want to say 20, 25. I was working at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Not a lot of people know that facility is the facility that actually prints the money for the United States of America. It's called the Bureau. It's not the mint. The mint is where the coins are printed, but the Bureau is where the actual dollar bills are printed. And I was a tour guide there. And the responsibility that I had was to teach, to tour people through the money making process. And I acquired language when I was working there because I love language. So there's guides that live in DC that when people from that particular country come, they come to those guides, and those guides I see them every day. So I learn language. So I learned how to speak Hebrew conversational, Mandarin conversational, and Amharic. That is Ethiopian um, language. I learned how to speak that conversational, and I also sign fluently. So I sign fluently. So all of those um, all of those people that came from those particular regions, I was able to just have fun and bring them on a tour. So I got I'm going to say again, I was 24. So you know how a young man is. I got kind of full of myself, and I thought I was the man because my boss needed me. So I would take lunch when I wanted to and show up when I wanted to because I was a very important person, as I thought. And for some time we were doing well, and then my antics caught up to me, and I was terminated from my job. So when I was terminated from my job, you know, I stayed home and I was like, okay, wow, this is what am I going to do? Then I got a call back. So they called me back and said, hey, look, this time don't mess up. We need you. So I said, okay, well, let's take advantage of this. I want a raise. So I got a raise, and it happened the second time. And after the second time, that was it. So I said to myself, what do I like doing? What skills do I have? Because I have to eat and I have to provide for my family. I have to pay a mortgage. Um, so I went to my neighbors on the block, and I asked them if they needed anything done in their home. And they said, well, what can you do? I said, I can paint, pretty good. And they said, okay, well, can you paint my room? So I painted the room, and one of my neighbors loved it. And she said, well, can you paint my living room? And I painted the living room. She brought her friends over and started bragging about my workmanship. So I started going along the block. I hit like four houses on my block and painted. And the last house I did, there was a realtor who came in and said, I heard that you painted this house. I'm selling this house. You did a great job. Why don't you start your own business? We're like, ding, okay. All right, okay, start my own business. How do I do that? First, just print up some flyers, but and say what you can do, and and start. So I did that, It matriculated into doing very well, and I needed help. So I solicited the young guys in the neighborhood to actually learn the trade. So that's where my teaching ability came. I didn't even know I was desperate for help. So I was like, okay, come in here, put this paint here, and you do this, and put your drop cloth down, and I just needed help. So I started teaching the guys in the neighborhood, and it just snowballed into a lucrative business. And I actually was contracted when the planes hit the Pentagon in DC. I was the one who did the tile in the cafeteria. First, because my workmanship, and second of all, because I didn't have any felonies on my record. So that helped me to be in that type of space, that federal type of space to get a federal contract. But I know a lot of people are looking, they say, okay, well that's well and good. What about me? I have a felony. What could I do? So I'm saying this to say if you have a felony, you won't probably be able to do that type of contracting work, but you can still start your own business. You can start your own business and nobody checks your record to see if you have a felony. You can start your own. So I do say that this is a great field for somebody just coming out, maybe had a ding on their background. You can start your own business. Once you learn the business side of it and you're really good at what you do, it can be a very, very successful. So
Right.
that's my funny story.
I agree. So your major trade, your business was painting.
It was all four. So
Okay.
drywall, painting, flooring, carpet. That's what I started out as. But yes, that at the time it was the major one was painting, but I learned how to do the others from a friend of mine who actually was buying investment properties, and I came in as a painter. But he said, "Well, what else can you do?" I was like, well, "Only thing I can do is paint right now." He said, "Okay, well, hey, let me show you how to do drywall." And he taught me how to do drywall. He taught me how to do tile, and it just snowballed. It's real good experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Good deal. That's that's how you learn, right? That's how you
Yeah.
grow. You learn and grow. That's if everyone took that one trait to learn and grow, I think the we'll be in a lot better place, especially with the trades.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
So when you were in school, were the trades large? Were they popular? Did you even have any in high school?
Yes, I did. I was in high school in New York, Brooklyn, New York. That's where I'm from. And we had a small appliance repair, and we had washer and dryer. Well, that kind of fell in the lungs of small appliance repair, but we also learned how to fix washers and dryers.
Oh, that's
So
that's
that's what
unique.
kind of, you know, stayed with me.
Yeah, that's unique. The high school I went to, we had electrical, but it was all theory. We didn't have the hands-on electrical, and
Hmm.
I don't think there were too many trades courses. I grew up in Baltimore, and I don't think there
Hmm.
were too many trades courses in Baltimore. I know they have full trade schools now, but
Yeah.
back when I was in high school in the late 90s, it wasn't much of anything.
Hmm.
But I know they did open a fire academy and an academy for all the public utilities. But yeah, I haven't been up there in a while to get any updates.
Hmm.
But
The Charlotte is pretty big in the trades. They have a lot of schools. I think if I just off the top of my head, probably about seven
yeah,
that have trades.
yeah, I know CTE is pretty big in Charlotte, and
Hmm.
yeah, 'cause they were at the Skills USA. They have skills in the skills competition is in Greensboro, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Just for everyone that's listening in, all of the CTE courses or trades courses in high schools are called career and technical education now. So they used
Yes.
to be called vocational trades, but now they're all career and technical education. And the career technical education courses in North Carolina, the trades are they have a club called Skills USA. And I was talking about the skills competition, and they have it where all of the CTE courses they compete in carpentry, they compete in electrical, and they compete at the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. And it's a pretty big event, especially the masonry competition.
Yeah.
That masonry
Yeah.
competition in Greensboro is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Those students, and they're high school students, man, and
Right.
they're beasts. They're beasts. It's a beautiful competition.
They in Greensboro, they have the community colleges there also. So they
Hmm.
had the community colleges that were competing where they had the cutaway section of the home. So they were doing masonry, plumbing, and electrical in that same booth. And they were competing against other community colleges. So that was a few years ago, and that was the first time I had seen community colleges there too.
Wow. Excellent. Excellent. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. So I missed it this year. I'm gonna try to make it just to go up there and see the competition next year. How do we break the stigma that's still tied to positions in the trades? I know, there's the tides are starting to change, but it's for a long time it was always college, college, college. And
Right.
we were pushing all of our children, into college, getting a degree. And now the market's oversaturated with degrees, and all these kids are picking, majors that don't give them a return on investment. Plus, they have tons of student loan debt. They're getting
Student.
jobs that's not sustaining their home and being able to repay those student loans, which is why
Yes.
we have this student loan crisis.
Hmm.
But, the ROI on a community college degree, or even just learning a trade, going through apprenticeship program or doing something along those lines, it always pays out.
Hmm.
But there's still that stigma behind the skilled trades. Like, how do we break that stigma?
It is. We can first start with exactly what you just mentioned. Take that information and that criteria, what you just explained, and kind of put it down on paper so they can see it. They can see the debt. They can see that they are competing with somebody they just went to school with. So now you have your basically a half of your class. You're competing with them for one or two jobs. You can see that show that the debt that they have, even if they do matriculate and they get a wonderful career, they get a wonderful job paying 80, 90 grand. That's the upper echelons of pay. And they're getting that. The debt that they have to pay plus their living expenses don't add up. They don't add up. So we don't want to dispel somebody from going to school, so you could either take a trade while you're going to school, that the trade is going to actually pay for your school, or two, take a trade. And there's adequate living even better. Plumbing is the highest paid trade out here. The plumbers, if you look on LinkedIn, you look on what's the other one with the I? Indeed, and you look at what the plumbers are getting, I wish I would have been to plumbing. These guys are starting out with six figures straight out of high school. Some of them, the really good ones. And if not out of high school, all you have to do is take like one year of a college course to get a little bit better, more information that you got at high school. six figures, no questions asked.
Yeah,
You can't
absolutely.
do that if you're trying to be, a therapist, a psychologist, social worker. All of those things that we pick and choose, that we want to do. Not only that, but if you don't like a trade, you can go pick another one. You can pick another one. And if you do master one, you can master a second one. And now you're two. And then you could be a triple threat. So the possibilities are endless. Another thing that I do to try to, dispel, the myth of what a tradesman is, that I walk around with my gear. When I go to Lowe's, when I go to places, I have my trades tech stuff on. I have my painter's pants on. And a lot of times when you see painters that are wearing white pants, they don't look like us. So I put my painter's pants on. A lot of times when I go out, I have them on. Even if I'm going to lunch, dinner, boom, they're on. So that people are looking. And naturally, I'm in an area, where there are a lot of black people and kids coming up. There's, hey, painters. When I do information centers, I got my painter stuff on, and then they, hey, what are you, a painter? No, yeah, I'm a painter. I'm a business owner. That's a segue into teaching the trades.
Right.
And then you get up there and you tell them, you get them on the board and you say, hey, they want to see money. Kids want to see, what could I get? That's the first. How much am I going to get paid? You're going to get paid good, but you have to actually, step up and show that you can get paid.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
hope I answered that. Um, is I answered as best as I could. We and then we're, just like this podcast is, dispelling, some of those myths about the trade. Talk to the kids, and it's not just your uncle doing a side job every weekend. No, this is a profession. This is a money making profession. Very good profession. And construction is all around you. You look around, the home that you're in, the streets that you drive, the buildings that you go in. The kids see the maintenance people. Construction is everywhere. Not only that, but when we had the pandemic, the governor declared us as essential workers. We did not stop working. We did. In fact, we got more money during that time because people needed us to come into the homes. All you had to do is mask up and go in there. We were essential workers. We didn't stop working. They need us, and there'll always be a need for us. Always, no matter what.
That is 100% true. Is we at the time, actually during COVID, the company I work for now, we were essential. I
Mhm.
was I was traveling all over the country when everything was shut down because
Wow.
we were still running. I think the only state that shut everything down was the state of Pennsylvania. Everything
Hmm.
else was we were deemed essential. So we were still
Right.
still operating as usual. So I talk about the different pathways that are available to you once
Yes,
you
sir.
learn a trade. You can go and work for someone, you can start your own business, you can go towards licensure, and you go towards licensure and start your own business. The sky's the limit at that point.
Yes, it is.
And that led to me going into safety because it's a transferable skill.
Yes, it is.
And safety is a whole totally different realm. But
Mm-hmm.
the experience I had took me directly to a legal department. So I work for a legal department for a company.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's tons of different pathways that you can
Tons.
take
Tons.
just from getting started in the trades.
Right.
I always talk about the
Also become a construction lawyer.
yeah, exactly. I I know OSHA law back front to back. I know 1926 front to back. So,
Mhm.
that's one of the skills that helped me move into the safety position. And now that all of those transferable skills help me to move into the EHS director, safety director for this company. And yeah, I said I'm the point of contact when we have any issues with OSHA or the EPA or DOT, all those organizations. It came directly from the transferable skills that I learned while I was out in the field. 'Cause I was dealing with OSHA directly.
Yes.
Just like you, I had my federal security clearance, and I was doing some commercial sites where OSHA was on site all day,
Whew.
and
Wow.
I had to interact with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that experience is what led me to where I am now. I didn't go and get a 4-year degree in occupational safety and health,
Mm-hmm.
which most of the safety directors that I meet, that's the route they take, is they go to school, they learn OSHA, they learn the laws and all that stuff. I learned it out in the field dealing with them directly,
Right.
right, in different states. But
Which is a better way.
yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about how that pathway and how I got to where I am, and all that's, I give it 100% to the trades, right? So how has the trades helped you?
Another funny story. My wife and myself, when we were in Maryland, we were in Maryland for 22 years. We were investors, buying and investing in real estate. And when the market crashed, we crashed. We suffered greatly from that experience, and our family was homeless at the time. Um, we had a friend that says, "Okay, I know you guys. I can't have you guys out here." I had four children at the time, four boys. I have four boys, and my wife was expecting. So we didn't have a home, but the gentleman that we know allowed us to stay in his basement and to stay in his basement. So I was so elated to have a home. I was like, wow, we can stay in the basement. This is great. I'm not on the street. But when I went into the basement, it was horrible. When I say horrible, the home itself was just, I didn't even want to walk on the carpet with my shoes. It was so bad. So what I did was I did a barter with him. I said, I will use my skills to outfit, clean up, renovate this home for the rent. Give me 5 months, I'll have it to the way it's supposed to look. And he was just sure, no problem, because I can't do it. And my grandkids that are living here, they can't do it. Somebody has to do it. And I don't want to see you and your family. I want to take you in, but I don't want you guys to be in these type of living conditions. So I took my skills and transferred it into actually bartering for the rent. So that allowed me the time. It gave me 6 months to get my stuff together, which is go out there and scout for jobs and put my name back out there, trades tech out there again. Um, and he was elated. He was When we left, it was like it was a brand new apartment. I took the shower out, I changed the shower, put tile in, I painted the rooms, took the carpet up, reinstalled carpet, did the drywall because there was holes in the wall because he had grandkids. It was but it was beautiful. He cried when he came down in the basement where we were staying because he said it was never like that. Well, it was like that when he moved in, but when he had the grandkids in there, they just tore it up. So that's one thing that you can do. And once you have these skills, it's immeasurable what you can do with these skills. So that's how it changed my life. to know that something like this that somebody gave to me could never be taken away, never be taken away. And the state that we live in now, North Carolina, is a at-will state. Some of you listening may not know what an at will is. At will means we can fire you at will for no apparent reason. You can come to work, be the best worker for however long, and they can say, "Thanks for coming in. We have to let you go." And if you try to get unemployment, you may not even get it. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get it just because, you know, a lot of people think, oh, so I got fired. Yeah, I'll get unemployment. That's not necessarily so either because you have to go and fight for that. And it's hard to fight for that if you're in an at will state. So, what else is good about the trades? You can get work anywhere. You can work commercially in hospitals, schools, um, apartment complexes. You can work residential. Residential is my specialty, even though I have worked in commercial places. Residential is my specialty. Let's take, for instance, your block, because let's say you live on a block where there are houses, not an apartment, and the block itself has at least, excuse me, 20 something homes on the block, and we're just going to use an average. Out of the 20, let's just say, even though there is more, but let's just say for discussion's sake, half of them have something wrong in the house that needs to be fixed. We're just going to say half, because even though we know there's more than that, and that has to do with new construction as well as old already built homes, because new construction has problems, and also old homes have problems too. So let's deal with new construction. New construction, what things can you fix and get paid in? New construction builders, when they build homes with cheap paint. It's called builder's grade paint. It's the cheapest stuff that you can get. Homeowners want an upgraded paint, and it's flat. So anytime you touch the wall, there's going to be a bruise or something. So that's, you have painting with that. You have cracks because now the house is settling. There's cracks everywhere. So you can get paid doing drywall. And in most new homes, when people get new homes, they don't have upgraded things in their homes. They come with the basics. Everybody wants backsplash. There's no backsplash. That's a tile job. Flooring. Oh, carpet in some rooms. I don't want carpet. Change it out. You're not going to deal with the windows. You can paint somebody's garage because they want to. The builders do not paint garages nor the floor, so you can do that. Okay, let's go to older homes. Older homes, same thing. We have outdated bathrooms, outdated kitchens. I need to upgrade them. My windows are old. I got to take them out. They're drafting. Doors are messing up. I've been in the house for so long. I've expanded. I want to put an addition on my home. So that's just the basics. And if you have that on 10 homes in your block, you should be there for if you can get ten of those houses, I think you can be there for a good 6 months on one block. So you tell me if the trades aren't good.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me give you something else. What I'm doing, um, being a home improvement contractor for 20, 25 years, um, now matriculated into training, actually, sit down class training. I still do home improvement contracting as well, but now I have developed a new thing for my business, a new addition to my business, which is now I do DIY classes for homeowners. So now when homeowners want to do something in their home, I'll come and coach them. I'll first go to Home Depot or Lowe's, whichever they prefer, to shop for the materials because you can imagine when you're in Lowe's and you don't know what to get. the time that you spend in there, the frustration. So I shop with them, get the materials and tools, go to their home, and actually do the project with them. It's DIY. I've launched that already. I'm just compiling a video for it, but it's already I already had like 5 customers already.
That
So
is a,
those are the things that you can do inside the skill set, the carpentry, the drywall, the painting. I still have those same skill sets, and I offer it to my clients to do the same thing. So they're making improvements on their home. They want to, they want to feel like they've put an investment into their home. Prices of material is going sky high. Contractors are charging astronomical prices because I'm one of them to do their work, and they want to do it, and homeowners want to do it themselves. So that's what I'm doing. That's what
yeah,
I've done.
that's a great idea.
Yes,
Because like
sir.
I
Yes, sir.
said, you can consult with the ones who want to do the DIY and
Hmm.
make sure they do it correctly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's an awesome idea.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So I want to again thank you again for your time.
Yes,
And
sir.
if you want to give everyone your socials and the name of the trades tech again and website, all of your information.
Sure. Again, the business is Trades Tech, TradesTech. Tradestech.net is the website, and tradestech21@gmail.com is my email. And the telephone number is 980-289-9944 if you want to contact me for a DIY class, or if you want to contact me for um, regular classes. I'm also now enrolling youth in my class and adults. The youth are starting from 17 to 24, and the adults are 25 and older. So I'm also taking people for those classes. And I'm in Charlotte until Dante has me to come up there where he is. But currently I'm in Charlotte, and I'm on West Tyrola, 4401 West Tyrola Road. Come and
Perfect.
see me. I got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I gotta make it to Charlotte to check everything out. But again, appreciate your time. I know we've known each other quite some time and finally
Yes,
was able to get you on the podcast, and hopefully we can definitely meet up and talk about some things where with what you have going on, and maybe I could come and talk to
sweet.
some students, let them know that this it's a lot of money related to this.
That's right.
And
That's right.
that's the entire premise behind what I do with this podcast, just to
Mhm.
get that exposure out and let them see something different.
Exactly. And you can do it. You can do it. And now that our wonderful president has been sworn into office, he is now targeting a certain population, and that population is the ones that we've seen the most in the trades. So let's say for instance, the population that he's targeting is not or in the trades as much. That means there's an opening for jobs. So we're going to be able to come back into the trades at a higher rate than normal, and may be able to actually demand a certain pay scale because of the need that's going to be there. So you guys think about that as well.
That is 100% correct. So again, thank you again for your time, and
Yes,
everyone.
sir.
All the information will be in the show notes. And again, thank you,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
And there you have it. I'd like to thank Mr. Douglas again for his time, and again, all of the information for the Trades Tech organization, the address, the website will be in the show notes. So again, if you know anyone who's interested in the trades, I'm free to talk, give advice, where they want to get started. Again, I don't gatekeep anything. So if you have any questions, anything you'd like me to research, bring in another one of my peers to talk. I can always be reached at johntate@letstalktrades.com. So again, Trades Tech, again, thank you, Mr. Douglas. All of the information will be in the show notes. And always like, comment, subscribe, share. Again, this is my purpose is to get everyone exposed. So again, like, comment, subscribe, share with your peers, your friends, anyone. Again, this is John Tay at Let's Talk Trades, and let's talk about it.